Alright, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to the 2021 DKR Time Trials Tournament. This is the upper bracket stage semifinals, the other semifinals to determine who will go on to play Ohio in the grand finals and who will go on to face Joey in the fourth match. So, my name is Tish, and I will be your commentator for today. And first track chosen from Kvess was Space Dust Alley Hover. Quite a great pick. So this is one of my favorite hover tracks. This is a really great track. I believe Kvess, I think Kvess probably holds close to world record, if not holds the actual world record here. Sweener also has a very good time here. So yeah. Both players are set and ready. Kvess is going to be on our left side of the screen, and Sweener will be on the right side of the screen. And here we go. Alright, both players all synced up and ready to go. Right. Looks like Kvess has gotten a better time, had an easier time getting in the track. He's probably a few seconds ahead just based on grabbing the third zipper of the course. Sweener, however, is opting to go for zipper in the cave. So yeah, a bit unable to grab that zipper, the third zipper, but Kvess has had a decent time with it, and that time he gets a nice time there for his second lap. It looks like a 29. Oh, he did unfortunately miss the second zipper. Well, Sweener's just been going for the second zipper and the third zipper, ignoring the first zipper. So yeah. Still looks like Kvess is going to come in with a really nice first time here on Space Dust Hover. Very nice finish. Going to finish with about a 131. Ooh, 132. Meanwhile, Sweener looks like he had a bit of a rough time there. The 132.41 for Kvess and 139.43 for Sweener, but this is just a warm-up. Sweener and Kvess, I assume, will both especially, I mean, that's a really good time from Kvess, but missing the last zipper prevented a 131. But which both players are capable of getting. I think Sweener has a 130, and looks like Kvess has somewhere in the 120s. Nice connections for Kvess to start his second attempt. I think he probably got very close to the same thing in his previous attempt. Sweener gets the connection this time, flying down. Very nice start to his lap. Yeah, I will do that. Yeah, 32 lap for Kvess to start. Sweener's looking to have a 31 lap actually. So Sweener with the better start lap on this attempt. Doing a good job making sure he's getting all the zippers. May have been a bit slower than he would have liked, but grabbing the zipper is definitely better than not grabbing the zipper. Kvess gonna have a 29 flat lap. Sweener, oh, that's a bit rough, honestly. Really good stuff from Kvess there, except he unfortunately missed the zipper there. Sweener getting a 30.93 lap. He was on really nice pace, but he accidentally touched the wall side right where Kvess just passed. Dang. Oh, that was looking so good for Kvess. Now he's going to get a time that's not quite as good as his first attempt. Sweener, on the other hand, will get a time that's better than his attempt, and he is looking at getting a 131 or a very low 132. Always it's gonna be close, and Sweener takes the lead. 132-36. I will grabbing up the score sheet so I can make sure I have accurate times. And indeed, it is a 0.05 separation between the two. So this pick, if Sweener wins this pick, it'll be very clutch for him to win one of Kvess's picks. I expect this is going to be a very close fight between the two players, and both players really need to pull out the stops to get a really nice third time here to separate themselves from their opponent. All right, so Sweener with only 5 bananas coming out of that section, and he's still opting to do the zipper. I noticed that Kvess has been going for bananas on lap 1, which is which is also something you can definitely do. Oh, Sweener with a huge bonk there. Unfortunately, when you get bonks like that, it's very unlikely for him to actually beat the time that he has in. So the onus is all on Kvess. He has a 28.73 lap, and as long as he kind of completes this out, I think he's gonna clutch this track. Sweener can get a very insane lap time here and get a potential better time, but that bonk just was very, very unfortunate and unable to land on the zipper. Kvess is looking to have an insane time. He's not even going for that first zipper. He knows that he's got this. He's gonna get a 129. That's some gaming right there. So Sweener will finish out his last attempt, and we'll learn the unfortunate news that Kvess got a 129 on his last attempt. Absolutely cracked. So Kvess takes track 1, and now Sweener has picked Frosty Village Car, a favorite of his, and a very, very good car track. Both players are very good at this track. My guess is that Sweener, as he's been picking this track, I guess that he's probably been putting in some good time on this track overall. So I'm very curious to see how this plays out, as both players are very good here. And Kvess looking like, I think Kvess is like one of the players who got like, I think he might have been the player who broke the 1 minute barrier on this track. But it's a whole other beast when you're doing it, when you're doing time trials in this type of situation, as opposed to when you're doing it in attempts. In attempts, like Salt Cure's jump is a bit, which is the trick that you saw Kvess do in the forest section on lap 1. I assume he's going for on every lap, because if it's something that if you get it, it's so fast. Oh, maybe he didn't there. Both players are very close in time. Oh, Sweener with he went to do his RB jump, his slight RB turn, and I think he was too close to the wall, and he kind of got caught on the slope. So Kvess is going to have advantage here, heading into the final lap of this attempt. Although Sweener getting all the zippers and Kvess not getting them could give Sweener a bit of a catch up. So we got a 106 and a 105. Yeah, 105 and 106. So both players with some very formidable times. Both players capable of passing each other's, both capable of getting better times. So Kvess is going to opt for Ghostless here. I think Sweener is too, but he's taken slightly different menuing to get there. So yeah, it looks like we are seeing the Salt Cure jump. I know Sweener knows how to do it too. It's just a matter of if Sweener decides he wants to pull it out. He might need to pull it out if he might try to pull it out if his attempts are going well. I think both players want to get a solid attempt down before they go for it. They don't want to throw the track because they don't want to like kind of throw their chances at winning the track away because they messed up salt cure jump too many times. Like when there is a very pretty reasonable solid strat as well. And I'm sure that both players will pull it out if needed. Like we saw Kvess just get it. It was a bit slower. It wasn't like the full-on, extremely fast version of Salt Cure Jump. But he didn't go over the zipper. He did get it. He got a 1971 lap, it looks like. Sweener got a 2070. So even just like not 100% nailing it, Kvess is still getting 19 laps doing that. So he's looking at a 104. Double 19. So it looks like I think Sweener's going to have to pull them out too to win this track at this point because his laps aren't cutting it. His laps aren't quite cutting it in total. He did improve his time, but we saw Kvess also improve his time, and he improved his time by a second by getting 2 Salt Cure jumps after lap 1, and his lap 1 was pretty rough. They aren't obviously the fastest times, but they weren't exactly the fastest version of it, but it still worked. He still got it. Alright, so Kvess is going to go into his final attempt. And Sweener will also be going into his final attempt. Ooh, Kvess accidentally drifts the wrong way there. Terrain can be a bit tricky on these tracks. So, at some points. But I think that was just more of an error of drift. So he did go for the Salt Cure and missed it on lap 1. That was definitely something I feel like he needed to go for because of missing the first zipper. Sweener not going for it. Okay. He probably needs to go for it the next 2 laps and get it to get this to like catch a 104. Like if he had a clean couple of laps, he could get a 104 without Salt Cure jump. But he might need to try it here because he's going to need to get really, really strong laps. He can get some pretty fast times, so let's see what he can do. Gets a nice lap here. 1966. Okay, never mind. He doesn't need the... It turns out you don't need Salt Cure to get 19 laps. I had never seen one without Salt Cure before, but Kvess with a 106. Sweener is going to have to beat the 104. It's going to be close. It will actually be extremely close. Oh, Sweener clutches it. Sweener clutches it. Let's go. Wow. 2 insane laps. Does the same thing Kvess did. But he was just lower decimals and takes the pick. That is huge. No, I mean, it's almost just like doing that at that point. He's flying without touching the ground, so definitely the ability to hold speed by Sweener, huge. And Kvess going into plane now, opts for Hot Top Volcano plane. So both players will shuffle over. Both players I'm gonna assume are playing Drumstick for this track, as this is a Drumstick is the predominant character. Both players with some strong times here. All right. Countdown will begin. Countdown has begun. We'll get the match started soon. So so even though there is quite a bit of difference in the PBs, I don't think that it matters so much, unless Kvess is able to get a time that Sweener is better than Sweener's PB, then it'll come down to perhaps be a bit of an issue. but generally speaking, it's not. Most players don't play very close to PB at times because it is tough. It is tough to play close to PB in these things unless you don't have times on the track. Very nice 17 lap from Kvess and a very nice ability to hold speed there. Sweener also having a nice lap, 19, but Kvess is just still 2 seconds ahead there, and he's ahead in general. He's looking like he's going to be perhaps better than Sweener's PB of a 58. I think he has a 58 PB. But yeah, Sweener with a 101 and Kvess with a 58 or a 56 something. I will check the sheet. 56.66 versus 101.46. So yeah, second attempt for Kvess, and he has a harsh bonk right away. If there's a Sweener's kind of under pressure right now. His submitted PB is not. I don't think his submitted PB is as good as Kvess's time. I don't know. There have been instances of Sweener also with a harsh bonk. So my guess is that he'll need some very, very strong play the rest of this attempt to get a 56. But I don't know with the 24 lap if that's possible. So I think it will come down to the last attempt, but let's keep watching both players. Kvess is going to get a time that's over a minute, but that's because he had a very harsh bonk at the start. That was even perhaps harsher than Sweener's. I didn't catch it 100%. 19:33 lap for Sweener. It's very nice barrel rolls here. This is definitely a comfort pick for Kvess. I know Sweener's good at this track, but it might not be something that he has put a lot of time in on the time trials version of. I feel like Sweener might even prefer to play hover for this vehicle in this type of match setting. But Kvess is now into his final attempt, as he is not opting to do any ghostless. I don't think ghostless matters too much on this track. Ooh, a little bit of extra barrel rolling there has given him a bit of difficulty to start this lap. He's gonna get a 23.75. Wow, beautiful movement. All right, now Sweener started his attempt. Sweener is doing the ghostless stuff here. So yeah. All right. Sweener has started his attempt. He is going to finish his first lap here shortly. With looks like a 22, so well within pace, well within range of being able to get a sub 1. Oh no! He got a little too close to the wall. Kvess with a 57, 16 lap in there. Very nice Kvess. Just absolutely playing so well. Sweener with an 18.93 lap for lap 2. So even with a little bit of unfortunate movement, he gets the same thing there. He's a little too close to the wall when he does that, but he's able to finish up his attempt. He's not going to beat Kvess's 56, but he is going to get a sub 1. Yeah, you love to see the sub 1. All right, Sweener going to his ever faithful hover pick of Pirate Lagoon, and Sweener has both world records on this track, but they are done on POW. So perhaps So I think, but both players have their PBs on PAL. But Sweener is just so well versed on this track. He's been playing it so well this entire tournament. So yeah, let's see how they do. This is one of the default hover tracks. Sweener is going to make sure he goes out and grabs his 5 bananas and gets a good zipper. Kvess has 4 bananas, but they're both at about the same type of pace. Great pace from both players. Sweener with a slightly better first lap of a 1980. But both players are getting just such good zippers. This is very tight, very close. Both have really good understanding of this track. Oh, Sweener, unfortunately, was a little too tight on his angle there. But he's still not too far behind. Great zipper from both players. This is so being played at such a high level, this Pirate Lagoon. And if Kvess messes up here, then Sweener would be able to potentially overtake, but he does get a slightly better time, though. Both players, 55 and a 56, and that 56 easily could have been a 55 for Sweener had he not bonked. It looks like Kvess is going to opt to just keep the Staff Ghost for the rest of the runs. Meanwhile, Sweener will be removing the Staff Ghost using Ghostless strats, or using the Ghostless function that we have. Yeah. It's so interesting because Kvess kind of ended his attempt earlier, but it took him a little bit of extra time to get started. So he actually, so him and Sweener are very close in their sync. So their times we'll be able to get a good idea of where they are comparatively. Oh, huge attempt by huge boost by Sweener. 1935 versus a 1981. Sweener at 10 bananas, Kvess at 10 bananas. Both players are tearing this course up. Sweener does not make the mistake there. A 1680 lap. Goodness gracious, y'all. That's huge. Like, this is 53 pace from Sweener? Like, is this about to pop a 53? Oh, he is going to get a 53 potential. 54.01. Kvess with a 55. 56.18 to a 54.01. My goodness, Sweener. Going back and forth, back and forth. All right. Kvess is capable of pulling out a really nice time here, though. I would guess. Not a great start to the lap, unfortunately. You need a really great start to Pirate Lagoon to do this. I think Sweener. All right, Sweener's starting. Ooh, rough lap for Kvess. He's gonna need some very, very strong laps here to have a chance. Sweener, however, can kind of sit on this 54. And if he doesn't get a great attempt, then he has to just hope that Kvess doesn't beat it. So a 20 lap, a 21st lap, and a 19-second lap for Kvess. I don't think it's possible for him to pass Sweener, and he's going to pass the 54. So, yeah, Sweener takes track 4. Each player winning on their own picks, which is really good for that player. I think this could come down to whoever loses one of their picks, because these players are very evenly matched in this type of format. Sweener getting a 57, getting a very nice ending time as well. Yeah. And TSC on Pirate Lagoon Dan's game. It's all about PAL on this track. All right. The pick is Kvess's, and he goes with Ancient Lake Hover. So, Ancient Lake Hover, these players are decently... there's a decent difference between the two players. Kvess is the world record holder, I believe, on Ancient Lake Hover. And Sweener is not far behind, though. Yep, so this is the final hover pick, I believe. We had PL Hover with Space Dust Alley and now Ancient Lake Hover. So this is interesting because this is a track. It's decently consistent, so I might. This is a very good pick for Kvess. But Sweener's very good at this game, and so I want to see how this goes because I wouldn't be surprised if Kvess takes this, obviously. But both players are top 5, I think, on this track. Maybe top 6-ish. I'll quickly look at the actual track itself. Yeah, they are both top 10. Sweener with an 8th place time. So we're gonna wait for the ready up from Sweener, and we'll be on our way. Or wait for Sweener to get into a ready position. Right. Countdown should be coming as both players are in the ready position, and here we go. Alright. Ancient Lake Hover is a really interesting hover track. I enjoy this track quite a bit. Both players getting massive boosts out of that section and both having good amounts of bananas. But Sweener gonna have 10. Equally good laps from both players and equally good boosts from both players. Kvess got there a little bit faster. Oh. Yeah, that'll make the attempt rough. Sweener getting a little too far to the left, and bonks on the finish line. 42 for Kvess and a 45 for Sweener. Yeah, Kvess getting a time better than Sweener's PV, but I think Sweener is capable of beating his PV, based on what I'm seeing from his play. So I'm curious if he's going to get a better time here, and maybe take this one. But Kvess's 42-26 there is only been beaten by himself and in the Nordic. So Sweener would have to get a top 3 time on the track to pass Kvess, and that's a 15 start lap. That's a big first lap from Kvess. Sweener's getting a nice second lap here, though. Gonna be a 13:55. Very nice. 13:60. So both players playing very well here. This looks like it could be a 43. It is 43. Kvess with a 42 again. 43:35 from Sweener. A very good time. But he's still falling. He's still behind Kvess's. Oh, so that was a 42.78. I thought that was lower, but it's not. It was a 42.78. So that's That's not better than Sweener's PB. So Sweener can still play to his PB and win. My apologies for that. I didn't catch the time properly. Oh, a huge boost from Kvess there. Looking at a 15:78 start lap, getting 10 bananas. Very nice. These two players are so good at this track. Both players getting their 10 bananas right away. 15:91 it looks like for Sweener. He's going to have to put on a really good time here to take this specific track, but he can definitely do it. 1385, 4286 from Kvess. So Sweener can still possibly get the 43, but it's going to be tough. 42, but it would have been tough. Ends up with a 43. Kvess takes the point. A very nice pick from him there. And now let's see what Sweener retaliates with. We have 2 cars, 2 planes. So let's see. Sweener could go for a car track that he really likes, that he's very good at. He could go for a plane track. All right. And both players indicating that their thumbs hurt after some hover, which, you know, that happens. Hover is quite a tough vehicle to play a lot. Because of the snaking motion that the players are doing, it takes a decent toll on your thumb. So Sweener has pick, and he's probably just determining what he wants to do between car, whether he wants to maybe take a car pick away with a plane pick, or take a plane pick away with a car pick. Yeah. And he takes Fossil Canyon Plane. Sweener's quite good at this pick. I like this pick. It takes away Fossil Canyon Car from Kvess. And it gives Sweener a track that he's very comfortable on. Both players seem to be pretty good at almost every track, though. So it's very tough. Yeah, it's very tough to say that there's any clear advantage on any track. Even on like even on pretty much the tracks that Sweener won, like Kvess still had a shot, and the ones that Kvess won, Sweener definitely still had a shot. But this is a track that can have some heavy variance on it, being that it's Fossil Canyon Plane. It's just a tough track in general. So both players going to ready position. We should get this track started pretty soon. Man, this is shaping up to be a super good match. I do think that I could see this match going to I could see this one going to, like, going that full distance to 13. It could happen. We haven't had a match go there yet. Kvess with a 20 first lap, Sweener with a 21. Gets that extra barrel roll. Okay, both players getting their triples. Alright, decent start for both players. No bonks, please. Kvess is going for that extra barrel roll, which is a bit risky, but he's getting it. He had to grab the ground zipper there, but he's still doing fine. He didn't get the triple, so Sweener is catching up. We are playing pretty much sync. Sweener a little farther ahead, got that nice barrel roll. He's gonna finish out with a sub 1. 59.86, it looks like. It's 59.85, and Kvess with a 1 minute 73. So, got our first times in. Sweener is leading by a little under a second. So, let's see how this goes. 2 more attempts. This is a very volatile track. Both players having a 57 and a 56 respectively. Can definitely see room for both players to make some good improvements on this time in these attempts. You don't want to ruin a run completely, but you also don't want to go super slow. So Kvess, I think he missed the triple. Sweener definitely also missed the triple though. But Kvess with a harsher first lap than Sweener. I wonder if he had a hiccup in the tunnel. I wasn't paying full attention. I'm kind of moving my eyes back and forth, which is not great. But Sweener with the harsh bonk. Oh no. Oh, he was having a great attempt. And then Bonk kind of makes the attempt not as good, unfortunately. Kvess is opting for the ground zipper there, does a backflip. Unfortunately, his stick was a little too far up in the air. Instead of doing a left barrel roll, he did a backflip. Sweener is going to finish out with a 104. I don't think Kvess is going to beat that 104 even with this attempt. So Sweener takes advantage into... It's close. They got a very similar time. But Sweener takes advantage into the final run. So yeah. Final attempts for the players. See how this goes. Both players perfectly capable of passing their the best time so far. So Sweener with a nice start. Gets it. Gonna take it a bit slower, but should get a 20 lap here. Gets through the zipper pretty nicely. Gonna take it kind of slowly into the zipper, but if you get a good triple there and you just finish out strong, you definitely can make up for that. I definitely appreciate Sweener not overly risking things. He does have the advantage here. He knows that Kvess needs to have a huge time, so he has to do his best to not crash and just to get a time that can be a good completion. I don't think he's going to beat the 59, and Kvess is on decent pace, but I think a 20... I think that's a 20 and a 21. So I don't think Kvess is going to beat the sub 1. So this pick does go in the favor of Sweenerdog. So now we are going back to another Kvess pick. Both players winning their picks is so incredibly good. I also missed this last time. I'm going to watch. I missed it on both streams. I think it was... I don't think it was sub 1. But I will fish for it for him. Unless somebody in the chat catches it, in which case tell me. I'm gonna get it here. It's a 104 something. Okay, got it. Wait, no, that was the second time. Yep, we're looking for Sweener's time. I'm about to figure it out. So I'm about to watch the end of the run. It was a 101. Okay, yeah, so now Sweener takes... Well, Sweener did take the track. We were just trying to figure out his last time, which was a 101. So now Kvess will be... Okay. So now we await... Oh, okay, so Kvess has picked Snowball Valley car. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Very good pick for him. So Sweener has... So Sweener looking for that PB. I don't know how much he's played this track or what his actual PB is on the track, but I will look quickly here. Sweener has a 46. No, that's Snowball Valley Hover. 44.65. So no better time for a PB. Indeed. And we'll just wait for the okay. The track has been moved. has been changed to the current track. That's good. All right. $16.88 lap for Sweener and a 17.61 for Kvess. So Sweener definitely, on a good pace here. It's a really nice section. I wonder if Sweener's been practicing this track. I feel like he probably has been. 14.51, or maybe not practicing, but at least like considering it, because he's definitely on a good enough pace, at least in this first one, to almost get his PB. But in a 45, and Kvess gets a 47, so Sweener starts with advantage. All right. So first attempt's down. Second attempt here for Kvess. I guess he's probably got music and his ghost on here, or maybe just his ghost, just in order to get the extra bit of lag to help him in certain sections on this track. Huge boost, 16.25. I think like the extra lag sometimes actually helps with the boosts. I guess we're kind of learning that at this point. He's looking at a 13 lap, 14.16. Sweener with a 19 lap, not what he wants. I think he must have had a harsh bonk in there or something, unfortunately. Kvess 45.21 looks like. So Kvess now takes advantage on the track. Both players with one more attempt to go. Sweener's still finishing out his attempt, but his first lap would make it very difficult to get a 44 or a 45. Don't need a 44, just need a lower 45 than Kvess. 16.40 lap for Kvess to start. I'll be keeping track of Sweener when he starts, since he is the person who has to win the track. Oh, a huge boost. That's a 13. That's big. Alright, Sweener has started. He's all 8 bananas. Kvess looks like he's going to be getting a nice time here. Gets a 44. A 16.28 from Sweener, so still on pace. Would probably need a lap PB here from him to get to where he'll beat, win the 1:14.45, or maybe a lower 14 at least. Great boost there from Sweener. Is he gonna do it? Is he actually? No. Wait, what happened? Did Sweener stream cut? Oh, okay. All good. Just a little mess up. Sweener was going to get a 44 there. Yeah, we have technical difficulty, so stand by. I will be leaving in a few minutes, just to let everyone know. Morks will be taking over commentary once I leave. So I guess it's probably the best time for me to leave is probably now before the next track. Which, by the way, once we come back, it'll be Greenwood Village Car, picked by Sweener, as Kvess did win Snowball. Sweener was in prime position to at least get a PB. He wasn't gonna beat a 44.36, I don't think, but it would have been pretty close. So unfortunately, he did just barely nick the edge of the slope. Okay, so it's back. They're on Greenwood Village. I'm going to step out now. So yeah.
That's completely fine. I'll be able to cover the rest from now. Thank you so much, Fish, for commentating. Alright, so we'll be doing this all solo. Thank you once again, Fish, for the commentary, and we'll be right there. So just stay tuned as I try to sync up the videos, and we'll be right there. And by the way, I forgot to update the scores, fellas. I will definitely do that in a couple of seconds. Alright, so give me a second. I'll try to sync them both. Almost. Alright, is that better for my microphone? It seems that apparently my microphone is super low right now. Please tell me. At the same time, I will be updating the score sheet right here. Alright, should be good to go, I do believe so. But we still have the wrong track on the screen. Very sorry, guys. Alright, that should be good to go. Sorry once again about that. Alright, let's continue with that. Audio seems good, thank you. Just making sure that you're able to hear me, guys. So, we have Kvess and Sweener having a really close set, don't we? It's very fun to see both these players showing prowess in this game. It's, as a person myself that plays a game and is probably maybe top 50, I don't know if I could call it that. It's really impressive to see those guys be as good as we see right now. So, big improvements coming on. So we got Sweener here with a 108.13 as we got a 109.88 from Kvess. I think that he bunked a couple places here and there, but not to worry, as it will simply just be improving from now on the last two attempts. So Sweener with a quite cool beginning right here. Let's hope he's able to drift without messing up. Yes, it seems pretty good so far. And Kvess opts to go for the 4 bananas, but gets a little bunk on the right side, on the left side of the wall here. Still looking good so far. 23.58. Great lap from Sweener right here. Let's see if Kvess is able to perform better, but that was awkward. Did you notice that? I think the wall reverses drift for a second here, while unfortunately missing the zipper. We got Sweener here with a nice 20.65, looking very good so far. They've really studied each other on this match. Oh, Kvess missing the zipper once again, just barely. Not looking good for him. But right here, we got a 105. Wow. 105.90, dude. That's amazing, dude. Do you see that, guys? Really decent. And unfortunately, though, Kvess missing all the zippers all the time. Sort of things happen, you know? It's so close, guys. I can't believe this. I mean, I can't believe it, though. I mean, it's those guys, you know. It was to be expected that the set would be super close, you know. Kvess having the first seed of the tournament is really be given quite a challenge throughout this entire tournament with a lot of really good players like Sweenerdog. So very impressive very impressive showmanship right here. Although Sweener will bonk right before the tunnel right here, which will definitely not be good for the remaining of the course. I'm not sure he's going to be able to beat that 105 he just got. But you never know. As for Kvess, let's see if he's able to gather a great time here. He's going to get the first lap with a nice 23 of his own. He's on pace to be able to get a 105 for him as well. Let's see if he's able to do so. He did bonk on the third lap, you're right. Oh no, Kvess. Ah, that's unfortunate. He really wanted to cut the corner short here, which was a good idea to be honest, but not quite, as I think that seals the deal in order to try to get a time as good as what Sweener had. Yep, that's going to be a hard one to beat. As I say that, Sweener gets still a sub 110 with a 109.98, barely. But his 105 is going to seal the deal, as Kvess is not able to beat that time, and it's back again, even between those guys, 4-4. Yeah. And we already got the next track, which is going to be Windmill Plain, my guys. This is, by the way, the last track that you had to choose a specific vehicle. So afterwards, we'll have different vehicles that every player wants for the available tracks afterwards. So that's going to be fun. I'm waiting for both players to be ready, and we'll start right off. Alright, the countdown has been given, so I expect them to be starting very soon. Alright, so we're both starting up here. Both having a couple of bananas, but Sweener missing a couple of bananas here on his way there, which is definitely going to show up afterwards, as Kvess is going to advance just a little bit further because of it. They all chained those three zippers. Amazing, man. But you clearly see that Kvess has practiced this stage, but bonks on the floor here, not exactly what he was looking for, I'm pretty sure. Great track. Ooh, almost getting to the zipper. Alright, sorry about that. I'm trying to update a couple of stuff as I go by, and then it will, it definitely shows in my commentary. I'm sorry about that, guys. In any case, we see that both players are showing very big progress in this stage, and it seems to be actually very close right now. We got both a 127, but Kvess is better just by a slight bit, almost half a second here. It's still anyone's game. We got a question mark from Sweener. Not exactly sure where that comes from, but I may understand that. Indeed, Zubidu, statistically, this would be the worst plane track from Sweener. But as you've seen, it's it doesn't mean anything. The guy is good in any track, dude. quite impressive to see. Once again, we see the same scenario repeat itself on its second attempt, as Kvess has slightly more bananas at the beginning than Sweener has. You see a couple of different strats from both players. It's very subtle, but you definitely notice exactly when he goes into the tunnel right before the finish line. It's quite impressive to see those different tactics go through. I think that Sweener wanted to go for the double barrel roll, but noticed that the line was probably not going to work on the second one, so decided to not do it and continue as such. Missing the ground zipper, unfortunately. But I do think that Kvess did miss a zipper on his hand as well. I was trying to watch both at the same time, but I guess I missed it. Once again, very, very close, and also very, very synced. I remind you that this is the second attempt, so they didn't sync that by themselves. They just did it, you know. Looking very good for both players so far. Are they going to get the triple zippers? Oh no, Kvess! Bonking on the top of the windmill. That's unfortunate. And with that, will Sweener be able to clutch the ending out? Unfortunate. No, he will not. They both have worse times than their previous attempt. There you go, I changed the track. Are you happy, guys? Yeah, I don't know what that was. I'm sorry. I think it was a track from Octopus Traveler, which is fine. But I just switched it. That's fine. As we go down on the third attempt, we see Sweener here opting to go for the double barrel as usual. Missing the double bananas again here. Not looking good. So we have, once again, the same scenario repeating himself. But Kvess this time bonking into a tree right at the beginning. Trying to go for a filthy barrel roll, but that didn't work out for him. We have Sweener here trying to adapt his barrel rolls. It does work quite properly as he gets the bonk that he needed here to have a decent first lap of 30.46. And Kvess here once again bonking into a wall. I hope he's glad at that first 127 because that might be the reason why he would win that track actually. Once again, a remembrance that this has been a Kvess pick, so if he loses that one, that might sound pretty bad for the remaining of the tournament for him. But we'll see if Sweener is able to pull that off right here. It seems that he's able to clutch those barrel rolls here, but is that going to be enough to beat Kvess 127.43? Let's find out. Having all the... Damn, that's amazing. Will he be able to do it? That's a good question. Let's see. I think he will be able to do it. Wow. But Kvess, we never know. Will he be able to beat his previous time? Yeah, I don't believe so. My god. This is actually quite dangerous for Kvess right now. As he just lost a track that he's chosen himself. It's really, really, really toe-to-toe on that one. But now they're... all vehicles are available for remaining tracks. So let's hope that we get to see tracks that we don't normally see normally. Or maybe fun ones, you know. We have a couple of different ones left over, but what we're gonna have right now is... wait. Kvess wanted to go on Frosty Village Hover, but we already did Frosty Village with car. So you'll have to choose a different track. What is this song? Seriously. Wait, it's Drakengard 3. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Alright, so we're gonna go up and do Jungle Falls Hover. probably to get rid of Jungle Falls plane as much as possible. That would probably make sense. So doing that right here. And we're starting soon. Yeah, Dino Domain is now complete indeed, as we did all tracks that were available in this world, which are Ancient Lake Hover, Fossil Canyon Plain, Jungle Falls Hover, and Hot Top Volcano Plain. And they already started, and it seems that Kvess is doing it reverse. I have no clue why he's doing that. I'll have to ask, I guess. Maybe he's been practicing the reverse track? I don't know. No clue why he does that. But it seems that they're... Oh my god! Did you see that boost? Is that the reason why he goes reverse? I have no clue. But that's really impressive. Wow. But missing the last zipper. Are you kidding me? Oh no. So close though. And no! Bunking at the end. My god. It's 50-58 against 50-76. So close, man. But a lot of bunks from Kvess. It's just a personal preference. Thank you for clarifying, Asbo. I didn't know about that. Wow, let's go. It's kind of great that sometimes people use the reverse track in order to sort of have better times. I don't know. It's still weird for me how that works, you know. And they get so like crazy boost, to be honest. Not even sure how are they able to get that. They practiced it though, right? Sweener though with an unfortunate bonk right here. He will have to improve a bit if he wants to beat Kvess's current attempt, which is looking pretty good right now. Better bonk here. Is Kvess going to land on that last zipper right here? Let's hope he does. He doesn't again! Second time that he doesn't land on that zipper. That's weird, dude. Gets another 50. But this one beats Sweener's attempt, though. It's very close from each other. A quarter of a second. And Kvess is now in the lead. Let's see what this last attempt will look for. That boost in the tunnel, I have no clue how they do that. They both are able to do that, to be honest. It's crazy. Woo! Great boost from both players. Wow, did you look at that? Damn. Really impressive. Getting all the bananas available. Sweener with a marvelous 1763 first lap. Amazing. Getting once again in the tunnel. And Kvess doing the exact same thing. Landing on the zipper exactly as he needed. What? Kvess? Crazy attempts from both players. Did you see that 1580 lap from Kvess? Is he going to go for the last zipper right now and not miss it like the second attempt? Yes, he does, but by doing so, he doesn't get the exact angle that he wanted to have. And with at that ending, though, Sweener's not able to clutch it out, and Kvess will win this round. Barely, though. Wow. Really impressive. Alright, so we'll see what next track is available. Sweener has to choose the next one. We're having a fun time in the Discord right now. But that's fine. At this point, it is completely normal for players to take time to choose the tracks. And we're going to have actually a really good counterplay right here from Sweener as he chooses Star City Plain. It's one of the tracks that I love to see in a tournament set. But we'll see how that one goes. Not exactly sure what Kvess was doing there. Going into the menu, I have no clue what was going on. Wow. Alright, so the countdown has been started. We should see the track starting very soon. Both having pretty good beginnings. Sweener with that zipper made absolute no sense how good that was. But Kvess does miss it barely though. Unfortunate. As Sweener gets a slightly safe approach right here. Definitely understandable considering that first lap that he just got was pretty crazy. Kvess missing the zipper barely. Man. Crazy, dude. Doing both barrel rolls from Sweener, I guess that he didn't have the right boost as he wanted before, but does bonk into the wall! And bonk in it again! But bonk city, again, from Kvess. Wow. They both have amazing start, but you know what Star City does, you know, it's just... sometimes it's a mess. Yeah. I can definitely feel that how sometimes it can be quite crazy as such. As Sweener is about to close down this first attempt with a nice 122 still. Definitely, of course, definitely can do better than that, but I mean, that's a good beginning, of course. As Kvess is going to get a 128.13, almost 6 seconds behind. But I don't think you should take that attempt as a statement on how he's going to do for the remaining of his 2 attempts. Star City can be quite brutal, to be honest, and that shows right there in this first attempt from both players, as we've seen multiple bonks. Sweener not taking a single time to wait and hops on in the second attempt right away, as does Kvess as well. As you might have noticed, Sweener almost bonked right there, right before the entry, but is now looking pretty good on the both zippers attempt, almost hitting the wall on the right here. That was very clutch from him. A 26 lap to start with, delicious. And Kvess is doing pretty much the exact same thing. I do believe that we're going to get a 26 from him as well, almost 27, but it's not over yet. Sweener doing the double barrels as he wanted to do, as he did on his first track as well. Wow, amazing second lap from him. Very impressive. As he's going to slow down just a bit right here to make sure that he gets the good boost from the zipper. Gets the barrel right into it and right into the hole. Looking absolutely amazing from him right now. Look at this attempt, guys. What? Didn't get the proper zipper right here, but is he going to beat his attempt? No! No! He was going to beat his PB by so far, but he did anyway. He did beat his PB anyway. But Kvess unfortunately bonking though, as he will probably forfeit this attempt. Wow. Did you look at that? He did beat his PB, but he was on pace to go for like a 115 or something. That was absolute nuts. As Kvess is going to close down his attempt of 141. I do appreciate Kvess still finishing the track, even though he bonked hard before the tunnel. I do appreciate that. And we're off for the last attempt right here from Sweener, as we see the same thing as well from Kvess. Let's see if he's able to beat the time that he just got. So this is one of those tracks, by the way, that you see right here that, oh my god, both bonked really hard right here, unfortunately. You see right here that both players have in the 117, 118 times. Oh my god, like not looking good for Kvess here. Yeah. Ripperoni. Anyway, the point I was going to make is they're both respectively at 6th and 8th place. But thing to know about this track is that the world record at the moment is a 109.61 by Obayo. So the gap between 8th position and first position is a good 9 seconds, which is very rare for any Diddy Kong racing track nowadays. Sweener is still going to get a good time here, I do believe so, as he's going to get at least a sub 120, right? Well, almost, I guess. But yep, that will actually seal the deal for Kvess, as he's not going to beat that time for sure. And it's going to be game point. And Sweener is one track away to win this winner semis bracket. And get off on the finals of the winner side. It is game point for Sweener. Yes. Very, 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 very close. So this will be decided in the last 2 tracks that will be played in this set. Kvess taking a really hard time trying to see which track he's gonna pick for the next one. As for the available tracks, we got Whale Bay, Crescent Island, Treasure Caves, Aerofos Peak, Walrus Cove, Boulder Canyon, Hunter Woods, and Dark Moon Cavern. And he's going to go for, he's letting me know in a second, or maybe he's still thinking. Who knows? Alright, we got an actually very fun one. This is going to be Everfrost Peak Car, guys. I don't think I've seen this track in tournament yet. It probably happened, to be honest, but I just haven't seen it myself. Good pick from him, I believe. This is one of those tracks that really requires a bunch of practice in order to just remember exactly what to do in this kind of thing, you know? He is picking Everfrost Peak Car. They're both preparing themselves, so that will be starting soon. Not exactly sure what Kvess is doing right there when going into the cheat menu. Can someone in the chat actually tell me why he went there for his last attempt? Not exactly sure what it does, but in any case, we got here another match, and Kvess going at the speed of light right here, going slightly further than what Sweener did. Almost bunking into the wall, though. That would have been Pretty crazy. Kvess, wow. So clean. But not as quite for Sweener, and Kvess misses the last zipper. It's not too bad. Okay, so even Obayo doesn't know exactly why he goes in there. That's fine. Because he does activate and deactivate something, and I'm not exactly sure what it is. Almost making it work. I might explain it. What is Teeny Weenies, Aspo? You're talking to a noob right here, so I think you have to explain to me what it is. In any case, we see Kvess here finishing up with his first attempt as he gets a really clean 107 on his first attempt. Sweener had a little bit of difficulty on his first lap, which is going to give him a time of 1:15, almost 8 seconds over. Not looking good for him, but we never know. We still have 2 more attempts. Oh! I didn't even know that was possible. Does it help with the speed, by the way? Or is just, you know, something that you use for yourself if you want to be better, not better, but you know what I mean by that. Oh, he does prefer normal weenies. Okay. Just visual effects? Okay, thank you. Because I was asking myself why people, like, why their vehicle was super teeny on their footage. As for myself, my car was, like, so big and I had no clue why. Kvess missing a couple of zippers right here. The second attempt doesn't look good for both players at the moment, but we still have another attempt afterwards, so we might get a better run at it. Whew! Kvess almost hitting the aerial zipper right here. Not sure if it's possible, to be honest, but would have been quite sick if it was. Oh no, hitting the wall barely. Not the best attempt from both players. We got a 114 from Kvess as we close down with a 117, not 117, 107. And actually, it is a better 107 than Kvess's. So Sweener might actually win this track if Kvess doesn't go for a better time here. This is crazy. And that would seal the winner semis for Sweener. Let's see if Kvess is able to beat that one. Having a great beginning so far. Both players do. Let's see if Kvess is able to clutch that one out. Really good entry here as he goes for both zippers. A very amazing first lap with a 22.50. Sweener not so far behind right here as he goes for a 25.46. Still pretty clutch. Will we be able to see a clutch time from Kvess? Oh, bunking the wall. But I do still think that he's able to beat that 107 if the rest of the run looks clean enough. Let's see about that. As Sweener still gets a 24.03. Oof, Kvess with the weird alley there. He's able to clutch it out. Bunks again, the exact same bonk. It might be the end for him, unless he clutches it out. But no, he doesn't. It is the end. Sweener won the set 7-5. Amazing. Congratulations to both players. And yes, it is the repeat final because I believe that last time Obayo and Sweener were fighting in finals, right? God damn. Wow. And we'll have both players coming on the commentary here. And I have a bunch of questions to ask them. Dad!
Hello.
Hello! Hey, Kvess.
Yo, what's up?
What's up? Really, to be fair, I mean, I've been playing Diddy Kong Racing for a while, trying to learn a bit of the time trials, and sometimes, you know, I get a good time. I'm like, wow, let's go! I can't believe I got that time after a day of playing, and then you guys beat it by like 10 seconds regularly. And to be fair, it's really impressive to watch both you guys play, as I see like there's so much to discover in this game, and you definitely proved that by playing out of your minds today. So once again, congratulations on that. And what we're gonna do is pretty much the same formula as we did earlier on. So I'm gonna start with Kvess. I'm gonna ask you, what do you think was your weakest point and your strongest point in this set against Sweener? And what do you think you could have done differently?
Oh boy. Okay, where do I begin? My weakest point? Do you mean like the weakest point I got, or?
Maybe something that you're not especially proud of, or that you think that it could have been improved, or that you could have changed your mind if you knew beforehand.
I'm very sad about some of my picks. I think I did some like stupid picks, and I'm sad about losing. Where was the first one I lost when I picked Windmill Plains Plain? I really hoped to get. I needed that one, but sadly, that was my pick and I lost it. And also, Greenwood Village. I feel like I could have gotten that, but I really just choked every attempt there. And,
Yeah, it was a
did not play at my best. I did not. I don't know. I just felt my hands were not doing what I wanted them to do. So it was yeah, it was kind of annoying. But what can I say? Sweener is a freaking amazing player. He's so consistent. He has so. I don't know what it is with this guy. He's just persistent as hell. You know, I get a time and I was like, okay, this can work, and he gets like, and he beats it by like either a little, like a tiny bit, or just like crushes it. It's like nothing in between there.
That's part of the tournament, yeah. Right? I mean, like there's the nerves, there's the fact that you're competing against someone you don't have, especially 12 hours in front of you in order to practice and get a good time out of it.
That's how it is.
Yeah, I mean it's part of the tournament, and I'm really glad that you're really humble with it and understands all the complexity of the tournament thing. So I really respect that. One thing maybe that you could have that you think that he did, maybe your strongest point in the set that you'd like to share, like a specific part where you thought that you were going to lose but you did win. You want to talk about that?
I didn't think I was gonna lose necessarily, but I was really happy about my Hotta Volcano 56, 66. Yeah. That was pretty strong. I was really confident about that one. Yeah. I was also sad that I lost Frosty Village. He barely beat me on his last attempt. I was sad. I was angry at myself that I didn't go for one attempt where I just, went for what do you call it? Just the safe route.
Yep.
But and also I was going to do that on the last attempt actually, the 106.66, but I missed the first zipper in the start on the first lap, so it kind of ruined everything. So I had to go for Saltcure to actually be able to, get a better time.
Yeah, we were actually surprised because at first Sweener, I mean, he never went for a Saltcure, and we thought at first, especially in the first two attempts, we saw that Sweener, because of that, wasn't able to beat your times. And so everyone was thinking, well, I mean, Sweener has to go for Saltcure now, but he never did, and he still won on the last attempt, which was crazy to me. But yeah, I mean, it's all those different tactics that you try to do in a tournament set. Sometimes you go for it and it doesn't work. Sometimes you go for it and it pays off really well. So this is definitely one of those things right here.
Can I share one more thing? The one pick I'm really mad about is the last. Was it? I picked JF Hover. I should not have done that, even though I won the point. I should have picked Star City Car or Hover. I'm really sad about,
Yep.
I saw it after. I was like, fucking hell, he can pick Star City Plane. I'm like, I'm fucked, man. It's over.
Yeah.
So I saw that, right? I bet you did. I saw that after. I was like, yeah, but you just sit there and you're like nervous and you have to pick something. And you're like, oh my god, what? It's hard to decide.
I mean, don't worry
It's
about
fun.
that. I've thrown a complete set against Asbo simply because I decided to go hover at the end instead of plane. But that was the nerves,
Yeah.
man. Because on paper, I had like the notepad in front of me saying like, if you have the chance, choose plane. And I didn't see that. Not that I didn't see that, but I completely forgot about that and went hover instead, and I lost because of it. So I completely understand that tournament can do that to you, man.
Yeah, it makes you crazy. But yeah,
Yeah.
enough about me. Let's hear about. Let's listen to the champ.
Right. Well, Daddy, you're so freaking good. Um, can you tell us why you're so good?
Push button. Go
Push
fast.
buttons the right way, the right time. You're completely correct.
I just, make no mistake, like Kvess is deserving of his top 2 position and most likely soon to be number 1 in the world. He is a ridiculous time trialer. Pretty much, I don't think we've ever seen anything like him. So when you're going up against that in the tournament, there really isn't a strategy you can take. I can't really pick a track and think that he's, I can beat him here. I looked at the matchup. I have 6 points against Kvess on DKR64.com. I have Pirate Lagoon.
Yep.
And I have 5 plane flaps, 3 of which I believe are shortcuts. So my goal here was, if I get picks, I just need to pick tracks that I'm good at and that I know how to play. Because if I try to think too hard about it, I'm probably gonna lose.
Yeah.
So, like, if I picked like a Snowball Valley Hover to take away the Snowball Valley car pick, I probably still would have lost that because I like Snowball Valley Hover, but I'm not nearly as skilled in it as I am in like Frosty Village Car or Greenwood Village or Pirate Lagoon. So I just picked what I was good at, and it made for a really good match.
Indeed. And people in the chat
You
does
picked
remember.
really well.
I mean, I know that people in chat do remember that you actually beat Pirate Lagoon's NTSC world record today. It's not one of those tracks that you normally want to play on NTSC when you're going for a world record because it is considered faster on PAL. But he did beat it early on in a tournament set, so that's not something that you see every day.
Oh wow, I did. I thought Obio had a 53, but holy
No,
shit.
you just pulled that out in the tournament. I was like, oh my god, are you serious? Did you have to do that right now? It's like, fucking hell, can you just calm down, man? I was like, I got a 55. Holy shit, I can actually do this. And then you like 54 blank. I'm like, oh my.
Yeah.
What the hell do I do here?
That's the thing, man. Both crazy attempts right hit there, and all the tracks. To be honest, it was really impressive for both myself and the chat, of course. And so what we're gonna do right now is ask you guys if you have any last words before I announce the remaining matches that are going to happen today and in the weekend.
I want to say 2 things. I want to say first about my last pick. I was not sure if that was the best pick to do, but I picked EP car so we wouldn't have to play EP plane. Because I could probably have picked the safer one to like secure a point, but then I'm scared. Like Sweener is really good in RTA, and he would probably pick EP plane, which I would probably guarantee to lose.
Do you think about EP hover, or was not something that you wanted to play against Sweener?
I thought about that as well, but I mean Sweener is good in hover. He's solid in hover, and I was like car is more. I was just gambling that because there's a lot of mess ups in car. It's easy to like lose a lot of time in car.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping I could get a solid run, one decent attempt, and hoping that he would bonk every time. But
Yeah, that was
he barely beat me.
Yeah, it was very close, to be honest. You both on those attempts you both bonked at least once, but yes, Sweener did get the better time on that one, unfortunately for you.
Yeah, and the thing I would say is I just want to say GG Sweener. It was really fun playing against you. You had me. I was really nervous the whole time. Sometimes I was shaking. So I had a lot of fun. So it was really fun playing against you.
Yeah, seriously, it's my pleasure. Big GG's to you. I'm just really happy that we had the opportunity to play against each other in the tournament.
Indeed.
And I know for a fact Joey is really looking forward to playing you as well. Super.
yeah.
That's going to be a lot of fun to watch because I think you guys both have some picks against each other.
That's gonna be intense as well.
Yeah. But yeah, I had a really good time in this match. Super awesome gameplay from both of us, I feel like, and
yeah,
almost was a 13 track long one. Maybe we'll get one
almost
in finals or something.
I hope I could get EP so we could like really have the suspense for the last point. But can I ask you one more thing? What will you pick if I won EP? What will you pick?
I was either going to throw caution to the wind and go Haunted Woods Car, which I think a lot of people would have seen as a dumb pick against you, but so many times in this tournament, everybody just completely chokes the shit out of Haunted Woods, and you never know. It was kind of a gamble, but if I wasn't feeling Haunted Woods after EP, probably would have been Boulder Canyon or Whale Bay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You were right with your Everfrost Peak pick, though. Everfrost Peak Plane was in my pool of things I think I might be able to beat you in.
Yeah,
but
that was my thought process in the end there.
Yeah, but it's a hard track in time trials, man. It's tricky.
It is indeed. But yeah, I'm gonna I'm done now. I'm gonna let
GG's.
Yes. Thanks to you guys for both playing. Thanks again for Dr. Fish for covering the commentary for at least half of the tournament that's been going on right here. Stay tuned though, because in about an hour or so, I'll be getting destroyed by Mr. Ponytail, so you don't want to miss that 7-0. That's going to be pretty fun. And afterwards, we're going to have the finals of the upper and lower bracket happening in the next week. Still not scheduled yet, but you will be able to see it in the calendar available on the Twitch below. So you see there's a schedule in the panels of the KR64 races on Twitch. You can simply click on that and see whatever the next available match. So yeah, Ponytail and I are going to play in about an hour, so stay tuned. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and we see you then. Take care.
Thank you.
Peace.